Brush your teeth. It's bedtime.
I found the lava.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe I should come over to you, and then I can put
Oh,
some
no!
lava. I can turn the lava to
No!
I also have no arrows now. Okay.
Oh, God.
Can't feed himself, can't dress himself, too small for school. Definitely a baby. What? Don't be, making completely accurate statements like that.
Uh-oh, Laura. Ah! Dude, there were two of them in there.
No redemption for these two.
Laura,
No.
I need to call Mom.
Uh-huh. One sec. Just gotta update my story first. Okay, peeps. Check out how, inhumane it is in here. Hold it steady, Em.
I don't feel good.
Who is one hell of a butler? It's not that
I
one.
turned anime off.
Zach requested it from chat, so blame him.
And we listened to him?
Listen, it's in the name. Sebastian Michael is.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So I'm gonna go with that one.
Oh! This is the butler from Overlord.
That's so stupid. It's in the name. Everyone agrees.
Oh.
It actually worked. Oh, man.
Hey, whatever works. If it works, it works. Greetings! Hello! Happy Easter! Happy Easter! How are you all doing, first of all? You say that. Now let me go welcome everyone in. Jorah, congrats on getting first. Brox, congrats on getting second. Dice, welcome in. Sorry that you were not able to get first or second. You were very close, though. Very, very close. I think that's everyone. Only 3 people this morning. But how's it going, everyone? How's it going? 3. Oh goodness, I don't remember all of the sounds, but
this too must be the will of causality.
I think it's composed of those 3 sounds. But yeah, I'm not the expert anymore. It's because I'm streaming and I don't do the chat sounds very much myself anymore. See, I used to do it all the time when Jorah was streaming, and I'd like make these macros and I'd use them and all this stuff. Yes, you're exactly right, Jorah. It is really interesting, isn't it? How like you used to stream like 6 or 7 days a week in the evenings, and I would watch you all the time. And now you have Chi-Chi, and you never stream anymore. And I'm the one who streams, and you watch me. Although it's only like two days a week for me, not 7. But yeah, Chi-Chi.
Hi.
Chi-Chi.
There we go. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna spend all that much time chatting this morning, cause like yesterday, I need to get through stuff pretty quickly today. I want to end close to on time today, so that I can work on stuff the rest of the day. It'd be really nice to work on stuff the rest of the day, so... You know how life be. Escape from the city! Sorry.
Who can this be?
Oh, goodness. I'm sorry about that. My singing there. Some Sonic songs are just so incredible. Anyway, what do y'all want to talk about today? What do y'all want to talk about today? What emotions are there? I know that's a question to ask, but that's a weird question to ask, but like, what emotions exist? Fear. Fear is an emotion. I do wonder if I recognize fear. Probably. Yeah. I don't know what to talk about, sorry. What did I do this week? I worked. Yeah, Aesloth is not here. I played a clip of him because at the beginning I played a bunch of clips of people that I talked to a decent amount. you know, a decent amount. I'm not saying it's a lot, but yeah. Oh, what about Rufus? Let's watch a Rufus clip to just ease the pain of this just chatting segment. Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Ooh, your love's for real now. You know that your love is my love is your love, our love is here to stay. To think, I think I love you, baby. I think I need you, baby. To be real. Your love for real now. You know that your love is my love. Oh, I didn't know, guys. I got into a bus crash.
Oh, that was such a good clip. Who else should I watch a clip of? I know. I'll watch a clip of this person. This will be fun. Watch a Sir Alex clip. Sir Alex hasn't been here in a long time. That's okay. He probably wakes up after I finish streaming. Such is life.
Everyone here is just a bunch of naysayers. You know, all they're doing is just they're just saying nay this whole time. You know, I think I'm talking to like feels like I'm talking to a bunch of horses. Get it? Cause horses say nay. Right. That dad joke.
The thing is, I was live and I was watching that stream live. Hello, Juan. How are you doing? I'm doing good. But I was watching that Sir Alex stream live, and I was about to make a horses joke, but he beat me to it. That's how you know that my sense of humor is very Sir Alex core. That's how you know. Who else should we watch a clip of? How about Canary? I talk with Canary quite a bit, actually. Let's watch a Canary clip. You thought the same joke. I mean, I did too when that stream was live. I just was not quick enough to make the joke before Sir Alex did himself. It was so sad.
Baker, I barely... I'll make you eat those words. Oh. Thank you for the hydrate. No. Bitch.
All right, how about another me clip? How about another me clip? Why not? But how are you doing, Juan? Oh, you said great. I don't know what to talk about today, so I'm just watching clips. We'll start soon. We'll start the game soon, though. It's gonna be... Moon. Yeah, I know. The moon has different gravity. The moon has less gravity. It's a less massive body. It's... The moon is a twink of celestial bodies. So... Let's keep going. Oh goodness, oh goodness. What an iconic clip, I think, of myself. I don't know, what iconic clips do I have? I feel like that's one of them, but I feel like it's not iconic in the fan base or the I'm Toad! That's true, the Toad one. I think that's perhaps my most iconic clip. And that includes in like the people who watch my streams. I should say that rather than fan base, but like, I don't think that the moon is a twink of celestial bodies. I don't think that's a well-known clip. I think it's just iconic to me. Alright, so is the Pentapus one. Can we get it? Well, let's see if we can get that clip. Probably not. but probably not, but let's just see what we get with the roll of the dice. Dice? Someone said I sound like an owl. Who said that? Who said I sound like an owl? Anyway, let's get to the game, perhaps we should. What a great sentence I said there. Let's get to the game, perhaps we should. Let's warp over to the game now. Yeah. Let's change the category. Oh yeah, I've changed the category. Okay, and why don't we get out my book? My grimoire. Anyway, continue. Now we're going to investigate, because that's what I need to do. That's the kind of sentence I like to hear streamers say before starting a talking-heavy visual novel that requires a lot of thinking. What? What did I say, though? Oh, yeah. the bad sentence? Alright, let's go. February 24th, 3:12 p.m., Wright & Company Law Offices. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. Joe Dark. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Lana went to the wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you. Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. I'm so sorry. But the I didn't see that one coming line just felt so much like Phoenix was just like, after something so serious. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark burst into the office. Joe Dark. It seemed like he was running from someone, pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Because we haven't already established that 20 times. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. A permanent picture? I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Well, I didn't know Edgeworth was involved in this despite all of the investigation and trial leading up to this point. Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. Exactly, Jorah. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started.
Even so, I...
Thank you. I'm so glad we had the same thought. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today. She should have used some Cold Killer X. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see the instant... excuse me. What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall. Jake Marshall's brother. I have to keep saying that, otherwise the audience might forget. Was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma. You've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago. You must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies. And find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. Okay, I mean, I'm bothered by the crime, just in general. The fact that it even happened. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor? Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. Why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? Well, Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly, didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. Yeah, how do you go from being a detective to chief prosecutor? That don't make no sense. Unless, well, I don't want to spoil or anything, but someone with a lot of power pulled some strings, which I think probably is what happened, actually. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective? I'd better have another talk with her. Yeah, detention center, let's go. February 24th, detention center, visitor's room. Lana! Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul, why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago. I keep wanting to say defective. About how you were defective 2 years ago. No, detective. And how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about the unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Mr. Right to know. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside. Okay, I liked that quip, Phoenix. I enjoyed that quip. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana, what the witness, Miss Starr, said? About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing! They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience in investigating crime scenes, so you could use that experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Oh, Phoenix. You're written so funny. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes. Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. They even had the same office. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. Damon Gant, huh? The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana? It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. That classic smell of blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her after all. Her sister must have gone through. Can't blame her after all her sister must have gone through. Oof, that was a bad take at first. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident? That's right. Quite a coincidence, hmm? I don't buy it. It doesn't seem like a coincidence at all. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident just by chance. That case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Huh? Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The Chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the Chief's office. The site of the final SL9 murder. Hello, Boise. How's it going? How are you doing? Criminal Affairs, please. February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kind of quiet around here today. You're right. The Chief of Detectives seems the same, though. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right. We can come back here later. Okay. Alright, I guess not. February 24th, Police Department entrance. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall! I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera, sera. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance. We all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. That was actually a pretty interesting line from him about the steak lunch. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean, fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's all right, but in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? Whoa! It means there is a good chance the knife was not the murder weapon. Huh? However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us. The scars that the SL9 incident left behind. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he? Your brother? He was 27 at the time. How old are you now? Okay. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the King of Prosecutors? I knew it. Okay, Phoenix. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Hello and Joy. How are you doing today? Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer. Huh? Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have all gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Glad to hear it. Enjoy. Glad to hear you're doing good. Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. Scars! There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Skye. The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second-in-command, Lana Skye. I like how Gant's eyes are closed in this picture. He's not staring at you. He's imagining staring at you. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers.
After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right?
Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different when she was a detective.
Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out.
Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago.
So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
It was certainly enlightening.
There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. Oh, God. Why? Oh, man. Why did they make this hit so hard? Why did they make this scene hit so hard? Like, or like this third day of investigation? Anyway, let's move. Underground parking lot. February 24th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot.
No one's here today, not even Miss Starr.
Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are.
But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. But maybe someone was murdered earlier.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana.
I've got to find all the evidence, or all the answers by tomorrow.
Oh, Phoenix, you never find all the evidence. You never find all the answers before trial starts. February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office. Room 1202. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here.
Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee. He took a real beating in court today.
Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago.
I guess we'll just have to come back later.
And where am I supposed to frickin' go? Oh, here we go. February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department.
This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted.
That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes.
Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room.
Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us.
With the chief prosecutor saying what she did, and the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. Whoa, 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 whoa!
Well, it is Easter, sir. Easter could be chaotic if you wanted it to be.
I think festive is the word usually used for those.
Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office.
Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
Really? You mean it's
okay for us to go in there? Yeah, that's super weird. It's just like, nah, who cares? Anyone could just investigate the chief prosecutor's, the chief of police's office. It's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits.
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. My goodness, this looks like what? Who's that? Who's the prosecutor in the Great Ace Attorney? It looks like this would be his office, to be quite honest. February 24th, Police Department, Chief's Office.
Whoa, where am I?
In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door.
Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
That's fair, Jorah. That is a fair comparison. But who gets an office like this? This is absurd. Like, even in... Oh, hello, Jem. I want to eat some almonds, so you came in at a good time. How are you doing, Jem? Let me give you a shout out. Oh, Jem.
Decoy.
Yeah. Oh, fuck you. Oh my god.
Get him! Get him! What are you doing?
Dude, my mouse.
Panic.
My mouse stopped moving for a
Last
second.
round in the half.
If you saved, spend it.
Oh my gosh, hold
I'm
on.
sorry, but
hold on.
But how are you doing, Jem? How are you doing today?
Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
That was a terrible take. Whatever.
That's real, isn't it? Isn't it? That's real, isn't it?
Good, just had pancakes and hot chocolate. That's an interesting combination. What did you season your pancakes with? Was it butter or margarine or syrup or jelly or honey or chocolate or something else? That was weird. That was weird that the music flipped like that. Oh, I did 2. Butter and maple syrup. Very classic. Classic seasoning. Seasoning for pancakes, in my opinion. But welcome in. I haven't had pancakes in such a long time. Maybe I should buy pancakes at some point. If I ever go to a breakfast restaurant. It's fluffy, so it's soaked in a lot of it. Yeah, and then it still feels dry, right? And you're like, I need even more syrup. At least that's how I operate. Anyway. Glad you're doing good. Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. Exactly, Jem. Poured more syrup. That's what I do. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. I never could remember where C was. Oh, it's you two!
Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk.
Exactly, Jorah. Classic Ace Attorney prodigy. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately?
No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full, too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement.
Provocative statement? Oh yeah, I forgot about what happened 2 hours ago. Oh, you mean about the forged evidence?
2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? I see a certain jar. I see a certain jar. That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me.
So this is Neil Marshall. Jake Marshall's brother.
Excuse me. There goes Phoenix, reminding me once again that Neil Marshall is Jake Marshall's brother. We took it to commemorate our work together.
Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though.
Gat team picture added to the court record. Gat team picture photo at the award ceremony of Gat, Lana, and Neil. I love how creepy he is. Okay. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm gonna lock up here, so let's go out together.
Oh. But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore.
All the same, we'd still like to have a look around.
No. I mean, that's how I would respond. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. No, hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend.
Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene.
Well, it's not a crime scene. It's his fucking office. I mean, imagine if some people were just like, we need to investigate your office. I'd also be like, fuck off, no. Especially if I were someone like the chief of police who probably had confidential and like secret documents in my office, right? Like, come on. I'm not gonna be like, oh sure, do whatever you want. Anyway.
That means there must be some reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office.
Let's see if Edgeworth is back yet. Oh, he's not. Oh, here we are again. February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, pal.
Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting?
I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt.
From sitting so long?
Actually, I'm serving everyone coffee.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop.
Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth?
Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask?
He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle's between you two in court.
That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes.
But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she?
Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this,
Are there really so many people who hate him?
in our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies.
Hey Dick, keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime, my treat. Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir.
It seems like you don't have any problems with enemies.
Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing.
He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, what did you find out? Anything?
The only evidence Doc left behind was during his final attack.
His final attack? You mean...
when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl.
Me. It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl.
That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay?
His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory.
Well, let's look at Dark's crimes first. I like how the game is just like, maybe we should show him the murder weapon so he can remember, because they couldn't figure out another way to get us to present evidence. Like, they couldn't figure out a way for presenting evidence to be relevant, so they just forced that in there. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just a run-of-the-mill businessman.
A businessman? What made him take to serial killing?
One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car.
With his car? So, it was an accident?
An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal.
An animal?
He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. A kid walked by just then, so he killed him too. Then when the jogger came up to the scene and was finally killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Whoa, why was that auto going?
Seems he was a pretty careless animal.
Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence.
So he turned himself in.
Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed.
That last witness. AKA Emma.
Let's show him the murder weapons to jog his memory.
About this.
Hey, is that?
It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of.
What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, the knife's been locked away in a locker.
On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. And it was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler.
That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. This knife. It was Joe Dark's, wasn't it?
That's right.
We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it, too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck run out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet, down to the last fiber. I bet it's not going to match at all. That's pretty conclusive. Neil's autopsy report added to the court record. Neil's autopsy report: stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Jeez. Switchblade knife updated in the court record. The broken tip was found in the victim's body, belonged to murderer Joe Dark. Let's look at the autopsy report. Name of deceased: Neil Marshall, 27, male. Date and time of death: February 19th between 7 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Sorry. Cause of death: a single stab wound piercing heart, lung. Assessment: died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Weapon found in wound was missing tip. Okay. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The chief's out now and his office is locked. We'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. Okay. What about this? Ah, interesting. About that jar. I think I've seen it before somewhere. Somewhere? Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be one of the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Chief Gant? Where could I have seen that before? Oh, come on. About this. Oh wait, yeah, I've already done that. I've already done this one. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is it the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently he's forgotten.
Oh god, what am I supposed to do? Present every evidence. Whoops. I think people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose.
But Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty.
I can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that. You know Officer Marshall? Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus. Really? He said, Dick shall listen to all your troubles. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus. Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? No locker can be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker. Hey, wasn't your locker the one with the blood on it, Detective?
The handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand, without any fingerprints.
Shh! If they come arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you?
If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth.
Oh, a lost item report, huh? Very impressive, Detective. You knew what it was right off the bat. Well, I am a master of misplacement, you know. Master? That has such a cool ring to it. The way I see it, if things aren't meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. Oh, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here. Wow, a higher power.
Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence.
Hey, that powder's used for detecting fingerprints. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us. He did what? All I have is some flour. Are you okay, Detective? Quick, run! Achoo! Oh. If it's any help, one time I took a nap on a bench with wet paint.
Why am I not comforted?
That's the ID card record, isn't it?
Yes. There's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 p.m., the victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number.
777777777. Hello, Rufus. Happy 420. Yes, it is. Yeah, 420 on 420.
What is this made of?
From beans.
I don't understand Japanese food.
Oh no.
I do not eat Japanese food. If I do, I eat like Panda Express.
You have to go to some.
I do love your reaction there, Rufus. How are you doing, Rufus? Yeah, it's Easter Sunday and 420, and 420 was mentioned. Rufus's reaction was perfect, and I think Jorah appreciates it as well.
That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer, I just might have a hunch.
You are tired, actually. Oh god.
Hey, I just bought some of that stuff. Now I can go around detecting blood traces too.
Wow, is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before. Add 3 inches to your base height. Base height? Hey, let me see that. Looming tall. You an improved growth formula.
You mean this can't detect any blood traces?
Well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol.
Oh, so that's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face. Oh, we've already shown him this. That's the photo that Miss Starr took.
Anything you can tell us about it?
And Miss Starr is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened.
Oh, what was the new experience you had, Rufus?
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too.
This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on that evidence locker with his life. That's more than you could say about most officers nowadays.
It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit, he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15 p.m.
You spent the night and day cleaning because of a not house-wrecking landslide. Whoa. Mud got all over the rainwater channel. It flooded and muddy water got all over the yard, all the way to the front porch, but the back entrance and your bedroom were spared. That is ridiculous. I am sorry you had to deal with that. A landslide. Oh goodness, that sounds like a new experience that I don't want to have. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Well, wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. That's gonna be the same thing, yeah. Hello, Juno. How are you doing? Boop. Let me boop you. Wouldn't have been as bad if one of the drains actually worked. Oh no! I'm so sorry. That sounds like it was probably a horrible experience. Yeah, we talked about this. This ID card belongs to the victim, Detective Goodman. You can do just about anything these days with a card and a secret number. Scary.
It's only scary because you keep dropping your card, Detective Gumshoe.
I forget my secret number a lot too. I'm scared of myself. It's very slippery. I believe that, yeah. But I'm me after all. And what could be wrong with that?
Yeah, I think I'll stay out of this conversation.
Alright, let me show you my prosecutor's, or my attorney's badge.
Detective, here's my attorney's badge.
You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
I've gone through all of the evidence. I've shown him all of the evidence. And he still has nothing new to tell me. Alright, fine, whatever. Oh, good. Something new happens. February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is. Looks like he's writing something.
What are you doing here?
He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh?
I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings.
So what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day.
I wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy?
Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Hey Edgeworth, I took a photo of myself the other day.
Shoveling all the mud uphill, away from the channel, and squeegeeing the water to a functioning drain was incredibly intense cardio, I think. It sounds like it. It really does. Like, that would be a lot.
Hey Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window? Oh no, he's going to fall. He's falling on the ground.
Hold on. First let me see what that girl's doing crawling around my feet.
He didn't even look.
What? Letter of
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation.
Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean...
I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died.
Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either.
Uh-oh. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything.
I like the description. Edgeworth's discarded letter of resignation. He's serious. I bet I could show that to Gumshoe, though.
There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do. Nothing I do can erase that fact.
But you didn't know, did you?
I
mean, that the evidence was falsified.
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this?
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
This could have happened in our sloped garden too, but it didn't because it wasn't scalped of all grass. Interesting, interesting. Huh. So whose fault was it? Was it anyone's fault that there was a mudslide? Or landslide?
First, last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me.
It's your dad's, I see, I see. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I'm sorry that happened.
To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial.
Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that that case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
Bushes and grass would have stopped it. Yeah. The power of foliage, or power of what's it called? Flora. That's why you want plants around. Interesting, interesting.
It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. I used the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at that time.
Grass is super effective against ground. That's common knowledge. True, Rufus. Great point, actually.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture. Something seems strange about it. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this?
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right. They say where there's smoke, there's fire. Apparently, I was so caught up in the smoke I lost sight of the truth.
Edgeworth.
The others are right. I have no right to serve as a prosecutor.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, you were only doing your job.
I've always made my own decisions about what I can or cannot do. That hasn't changed. Forgiving myself is something I cannot do.
Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office.
Nice sword on the trophy. That isn't there on the trophy anymore.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
That's right, Jorah.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes?
The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. Oh, I remember now.
Remember what?
That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design.
A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story?
Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake?
Very well.
I love the music.
Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu. Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other.
Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize...
Precisely. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield?
We'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gant.
King of Prosecutors Trophy. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it its current form. Interesting. That's a weird thing. Alright, let's move. Oh, something new is happening in the parking lot. February 24th, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef?
Miss Starr. I guess she's out of lunches.
You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. Or mine. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial
was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness?
The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. And I want to roast your beef, honey. Sorry.
Miss Starr's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago.
Joe Dog, that's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than where I was then. Those days were stevier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though. He must have been going through hell. He must have been going through heck, excuse me.
You mean, because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of evidence?
Don't get me wrong. Joe Dart got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret.
But you don't have proof anything illegal was done.
I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears, sweetie. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn.
That's my take on the matter. She was being used. Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He had produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
Incredible evidence? You mean...
Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Whoa!
Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. She wanted to cough him up. But I'm the cough-up queen. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. It wasn't for her. Or sorry, if it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief? That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. Was there an opening in the chief position? Because it's not usually like, oh, this guy solved the case, now we've got to fire the old chief and hire someone and promote him to new chief. Like, it's not like, oh, you solved the case, therefore you become chief, right? Like, there's something else that has to happen as the old chief leaving the position for some reason. Anyway. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
What? You mean, that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along.
But how could he control Lana?
I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Ms. Starr.
You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Thank you. Concrete gotta be the worst flooring of them all. I believe that as well, Rufus. I believe that. February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, you're back.
You're still here?
I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh, that DJ. Nothing that sticks to it is ever coming out. Oh, concrete must suck. Chicken jockey, that's right. A CJ, a chicken jockey.
I heard there's this meme about chicken jockeys in the Minecraft movie, which I have absolutely no desire to watch whatsoever. Like, I've heard people say that, it's a good movie if you are looking for something stupid to watch. Like, if you're not interested in seeing good cinema, it's fine. That's what I've heard. Like, if you go into it knowing that it's gonna be bad, thinking it's gonna be bad, it's good. But I still have no desire to watch it whatsoever. I got in my persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you into the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line.
That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. You've never even played Minecraft? Well, I have played Minecraft at the very least. That is something that I have done. Although it's been a long-ass time. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious.
Is he ever not serious?
I can't believe they pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was cold as ice, too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. We betrayed him. Detective. That's it. I've made up my mind. But here, take my ID card.
We can't do that. If someone found out,
they wouldn't let you off the hook for another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated.
What?
So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake.
All right, Detective, thank you.
I think I have had my time with building stuff before Minecraft was a thing. That's fair. I enjoyed Minecraft, but I mean, what can you do? You build stuff, you survive, right? If you're not interested in building stuff, there's not much more to it. So yeah.
Gumshoe's ID tucked swiftly into pocket.
Alright, let me look at it.
Detective Gumshoe isn't very photogenic, is he? Whatever you do, just don't say that to his face.
Look, his eyes are half shut.
Yeah, and his mouth is half open.
Hey, each of his shirt buttons is off a notch.
And he's got the narrow end of his tie up front. I think this goes beyond being a photogenic issue.
So they're not gonna let me see his ID number. Not that it matters. I mean, it started with 437 anyway. Chief's office. February 24th, Police Department, Chief's office. Here goes, Mr. Wright. That was a loud click. I liked a browser game that was kind of like Sandbox Minecraft with a 2D map, but it was public and people ruin it. Of course that wasn't fun, but it was the funniest thing if played like PvP. That's totally fair. I mean, so with Minecraft, Jorah and I, so Majora's Mask 9, we were involved in some servers, for example.
And yeah, sometimes people would ruin all your stuff. That was unfortunate. And then people would put up these signs that would be like, signs in Minecraft that would be like, no griefers allowed, and it didn't work very well. So it reminds me of the other day. I saw someone on Twitter had posted like, here's a link to my Discord server, no art bots allowed. And it's just like, okay, you can say that, but like, it's not gonna stop them. And we did work hard on our grass. We got grass to grow in the sky. And it was a lot of work. Sorry, I'm eating some, what am I eating? Sunflower seeds. The animal sacrifices, yes, Jorah. Remember when there was the glitch where the carcasses would just like stay there? Oh goodness. I'm sure I have pictures of that too. Because the animals would spawn in our city in the sky, and then they'd just like jump off because why not, right? And then they'd fall to their deaths. And there was a glitch where like the bodies of the dead animals wouldn't despawn, but they'd still be like red and stuff. And so it's just like, here's an animal carcass below our city in the sky. Oh man. Rufus says, I'll never forget the day I played a room named Draw Your Penis, and the point of the game was to build the biggest and largest and higher up penis fort in the room, and you'd place some movement arrow to knock people to the ground and delete their fort. That makes sense. I mean, that's a thing. I can totally see that happening. Alright. Back to the game. We're in! If anyone finds us now... Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Eek! Gah! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. You're here? And what's the point of giving us your ID card? Whoa. Phoenix, what the fuck? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. So it's like, Phoenix, you need to learn to control your anger, bro. Like, just because he didn't need his ID to enter the room doesn't mean you just get to destroy it. Like, what the hell? Won't be needing this again. Oh, what is this? Ah, yes, the animal carcass. Thank you, Jorah. Oh, goodness. Love that. Hey, don't do that to my god. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Let's talk to him. That desk on the other side of the room.
Was that your sister's? Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now?
No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene.
That's a strange reason to leave it there.
He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time.
I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk?
No one except Chief Gant. And the cleaning lady who's in here each morning.
Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining.
Yeah, then why investigate? Like... Okay, anyway. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it?
Why do you ask?
You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more.
Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy.
Huh? What is it?
When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that.
Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you?
You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yet.
There you go, ignoring me again. Oh, let's investigate over here first, I guess. The Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department.
That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building.
When a detective screws up, the Chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours.
What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul.
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears.
So it's an instrument of punishment. Literally. But aren't the Chief's ears affected?
He never listens to anyone anyway.
That's beside the point. You can see pretty far from 15 stories up. If you were to drop that suit of armor from there...
At first, the Chief wanted to use stained glass for this window.
Really? Why didn't he?
They say he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view.
Oh. Stained glass or not, it's a huge window.
It's a huge office. Like, this is an insane office. Like, no one would ever get an office like this.
This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons?
Sure is, pal. The Chief doesn't care for imitations.
First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
Exactly, Phoenix. Like, that's what I've been thinking. Like, no business or government agency would ever allow someone to have an office like this because it would cost so much fucking money. Like, what the hell?
What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Get Emma out of tax evasion. You don't have any taxes to pay.
Shh! Be careful what you say. Who knows? The Chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak.
I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy could be.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier...
Oh, it's you two.
Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading?
This looks like a list of evidence.
A list of evidence?
In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though.
Hey, look at the case name.
Huh? SL9 incident? I wonder what this is doing here.
Hold on, Detective. What did you just say?
I said, I wonder what...
No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long.
That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence.
A half-sized list of evidence.
The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case. It would appear so.
Evidence list added to court record. List of evidence the SL9 incident was ripped in half. So this part is all I've got. Oh. What a great piece of evidence. Oh! Oh! Oh, what's this?
Looks like I've got to turn that piece of evidence upside down. I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew...
True, Jorah.
It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here.
What is it? Did you find something?
I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now.
Huh? Oh. Oh, sorry.
Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing.
Try it again. I put reverb on. Try another sound.
Oh, looks like you pushed.
Did it sound especially reverby? Maybe it just auto has reverb on it.
Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? I'd better not forget about this picture. Well.
We can't let Emma see it. Hello, Aceloff. Let me give you a shout out. I'm doing good. How are you?
Is it a bug? What's going on there?
Hanging out with some friends. Wanted to say hi. Well, I'm glad you said hi, Aceloff. It's good to see you.
That works. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked how you were a cat boy in that clip.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. We found this inside the drawer. A list of evidence from the SL9 incident. Mr. Edgeworth had the other half of that list. What would this list be doing here? We'd better look a little more into this list.
Someone redeemed cat ears. Well, that seems nice. Seems like a nice redeem. I feel like a safe should be saved. Haha, for later.
This mark looks like some kind of flower.
What's the time? Water time. What's the time? Water time.
Ah, well thank you, Aceloff. I just took a big gulp of water. My friends are bugging me to pay attention. Alright, enjoy hanging out with your friends. Good to see you. Thank you.
This mark looks like some kind of flower.
Well, it is. It's designed after the insignia on the prosecutor's badge. Oh, fair.
Prosecutor's badge?
Yeah, like the one hanging from your collar.
What? They have badges too?
The design's supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system. Now that you mention it, it does look all pointy and kind of painful. Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. That's because he's a shop dresser, and Manfred von Karma told him it wasn't cool to wear one. Badge like that wouldn't go too well with his outfit. So sharp dressers don't need to wear badges? I guess everyone just kinda lets it slide. I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. This was taken on that day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here, then went along with Chief Gant to question Doug. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Has Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff of legends are made of. Hello, Rosie. How's it going? Let me give you a shout out. How are you doing? Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey, this is when Lana and I went to that theme park. Okay. Oh, another window. Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since Bacon Detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that. Okay. Looks like I've investigated everything except this mysterious safe. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe? That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. I love that response, Phoenix. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. Want to try my birth date? It's... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. What a horrible code. Like, he's just asking to get hacked. D:. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 777777. The final ID card number on that record. I imagine so, Jorah. I do. I do. He has to. There's no way he doesn't. Anyway. No politics. Because my work ID is pretty stupid too. That's fair. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 777-77777? That ID number? I think you're 17 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's a shot from a broken cup. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? Okay, but he's undoing himself. He's doing himself in by keeping this around instead of just destroying it somewhere. There's something else in here too. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up this design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in that safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. Piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shot from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great, now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective. Okay. If I'm fired, I won't be able to give you any information. That's why I have to get it all out of my system now. You understand, don't you? Don't be so negative, detective. Yeah, why did they deserve it? So that it would look like the blue badger when it's turned on its side. Oh, who am I fooling? I've never had anything useful to share to begin with. Arg, got to stay positive. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one that was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Assemble fragments. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. There, it fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this! What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. In what way? There's a reddish line on it.
A reddish line? That's blood.
I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Unstable jar updated in the court record. Evidence from the SL9 incident. Final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Blood traces. And we're just gonna say in court, hey, we found this in your safe. And then the judge is going to be like, oh, yes, of course you did. And Gant's gonna be like, oh, how dare you? Instead of being like, no, you didn't. Anyway, I am. That's right, I am. But this has to be it. Handprint. Glove. But how do I present the...
That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? You know, when we first came in here? Yeah, it looks like the right side of the form has been torn off.
So Mr. Edgeworth's list really was only half the whole thing. Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of that form, pal.
The back?
Like... Oh god, how do I get the leather? No locking can be okay. How do I prove that the leather is relevant? How do I prove to Gumshoe that the leather is relevant? Ugh, why is this case so tedious when it comes to presenting evidence?
I don't know.
I guess we just present every evidence again. I feel a lot better now that this job is complete. But it only raises another question. That's true, Jorah. What was a piece of it doing in the chief's safe? More importantly, why wasn't there any money in there? Isn't that what safes are for anyway?
I have a feeling the outcome of tomorrow's trial just might hinge on this.
Ugh. Oh, wait. Whoops. I've been skipping stuff I shouldn't have been skipping. Oh well, let's read it starting from here.
We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe.
Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor?
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. By the way, did you know that Neil Marshall is Jake Marshall's brother? Alright, let's get this over with.
This feels like a good print. Blow. That is not clear enough for Phoenix or Emma. Blow again.
No, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
Yeah, why did she do it?
Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints were too old. I'm just gonna lie to you all.
I enjoy. How's it going?
They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints. Psst. Hey you, over here. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe?
Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now.
Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Piece of cloth folded. Why are you folding it, you idiot? And added to the court record. Found in Chief Gant's safe. Evidence for something, but what? Bears Emma Sky's prints. Well, was I any help?
This is a handprint, right? Yeah, someone left behind an oil stain on the fabric. Whoever it was, they must have had a really oily hand. Mr. Wright, think about it scientifically. Huh? A more likely explanation is, this person slipped and fell in a freshly waxed floor, getting wax all over their hand. Well, that would account for this amount of oil, I guess. I don't see what's so scientific about it, though. It happens, you know. I always slip on the floors at school after they're waxed.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I observed every... Well, was I any help?
Of course. Thanks to your ID card, which I so happily crumpled, we were able to get some hard evidence.
No, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Eek! Chief Gant!
We didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Give me 1 second. Alright. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But sir... Now get out. Yes, sir.
We'll be on our way too then.
Wait. You, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you.
But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
You with the spiky hair. You're free to go.
Mr. Wright.
Look, pal. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you?
I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired.
Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it.
Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all the time? All this time?
Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal.
After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day.
I think it's about to finish. But hello, welcome in, Iggy. Is it okay if I call you Iggy? Thanks for the first time chat, by the way. February 24th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Please do. Okay, good.
I see, so the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words.
Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Hello, Reggie. How's it going? How's it going? Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story.
It goes. Love to see some investigations. Well, we're almost done. I'm pretty sure this investigation is going to end very soon.
I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual.
What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? I will eventually do all 3 games, but after I finish Ace Attorney 1, which I'm about to do soon, one more stream of this. I'm gonna take a break and do what's it called? Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. That's my plan. So I'm not gonna do Phoenix Wright after Phoenix Wright after Phoenix Wright. Yeah. So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it.
Oh, well, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Iggy. Sundays are the days when I do these sorts of, what are they called? Visual novels. Saturdays I do different games. Like I'm playing Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on Saturdays. Just so you're aware. And yeah, anyway. Ghost Trick is so good. It is so good.
If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright,
Who, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly frightened of. What is this person's name? I like how he's the first one. Alright, well, yeah. Well, Miss Sky. Mr. Wright, you are addressing the Chief Prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other. Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. This? I just found this in the safe in the Chief's office. This jar piece, and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate. In the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident. The serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife? That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. That is the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Star, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe.
Right. Then I called my sister. To tell her what happened, and ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma was so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
But Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further tomorrow in court.
Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago.
To be continued. Aww. Save your progress, yes please. Alright. Well, that's it for today. I do not have the time to play the trial today. Let's warp back to my lab. Wait a second. Let me get out my we are not finishing this tonight. Let me get out my staff. And now let's warp back to the lab, shall we? Shall we? Warp back to the lab? Yeah, let's go back. Alright, welcome back to the lab. Oh, I suppose it's time to end the stream, isn't it? Well, who's live? I am ending, yes, a sloth. Let me see who's live so I can see who I can raid. Oh. There's someone I haven't raided in a while. Ooh, I like those emotes. Actually, let's watch a shout out of you. Let's watch a clip. Just see what happens. Well, thank you, Jem.
Killing things that don't fight back makes me feel better. Wait.
Ah. Spyro. Let's raid. Let's raid a person called Arky. Here is the raid message. Spyro, I've never played it, but it feels like a good game. Like, it's a game I would be interested in playing at some point, maybe. But anyway, who was first today? Jorah was first, and whoops. Second was Brox. So congrats to Jorah for being first today, and congrats to Brox for being second. What I do have an announcement, and that is I have a work trip next weekend. So I will actually not be live this coming weekend. I have a week off, I guess. So next stream will be a week from next Saturday. So basically 2 weeks from today, minus 1 day. Unfortunate, I know, but that's what it will be. Unless things are super busy, in which case it might be longer. Yay! We'll see. But that's the plan. But we'll play more Ocarina of Time on the next Saturday where I'm able to stream. Anyway, thank you all for being here. See ya! Gonna warp out now. Bye!